of the prime-time newscast in the English language on Canal International will begin with our top stories. A 6-year-old girl has been raped to death in Bagante West region of Cameroon. Her body was found on Friday, March 1, 2024, a day after she was reportedly declared missing. This morning, it was total mourning by her classmates as her scene remains empty. Come to that in this edition of Newscast. And in the lead up to the 2025 electoral year in Cameroon, the Front for Change emphasizes a crucial need for electoral impartiality and adherence to legal norms. Honorable Jean-Michel Ninjo, president of the Front, asserts that a failure to publish electoral lists by December 30, 2023 is a violation that warrants legal consequences. And a human-animal conflict remains one of the greatest challenges faced by conservators in all the forests in the world. Those are major stories. Details right ahead. Good evening once more and welcome to this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal International. In the lead up to the 2025 electoral year in Cameroon, the Front for Change emphasizes the crucial need for electoral impartiality and adherence to legal norms. Honorable Jean-Michel Ninjo, president of the Front, asserts that the failure to publish the electoral list by December 30, 2023 is a violation that warrants legal consequences. He was before the press this afternoon. More in the following story. The 2025 electoral year in Cameroon has sparked a call for fairness and legality from the Front for Change. Honorable Jean-Michel Ninjo, in a press conference March 4 in Douala, highlighted crucial prerequisites for a credible electoral process.
Une crise post-électorale en 2025 pourrait être fatale à notre nation.
Ninjo condemns what he perceives as a violation of civic rights, the non-publication of the electoral list by the stipulated date. The Front for Change deems this act as a significant fault, leading Ninjo to suggest potential legal actions against the responsible electoral management body.
Face à cette analyse, le Front pour le changement du Cameroun, FCC, qui est membre de l'Alliance politique pour le changement APC, a pris acte de l'insouciance et du caractère totalement partisan.
Furthermore, Ninjo raises concerns about the president's potential candidacy in the upcoming presidential election. He points to the constitutional prohibition against holding the presidential role concurrently with any other elective public office, including the leadership of a political party. Ninjo refers to Article 7, Paragraph 4 of the Constitution with a filed legal petition at the Fundi High Court challenging the alleged violation. The Front for Change also criticizes what they term the usurpation of presidential functions, pointing to actions by the Secretary General at the presidency. Through various legal avenues, the Front for Change advocates for a consensual modification of the electoral system. And the Cameroon Agency for Civic Participation in Development has announced the creation of more training needs in 2024 to shape the behaviors of young people and build civic values that are fast disappearing. These, among others, are the prospects of the year as the agency met this in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, to evaluate the previous year. More on the story with our reporter, at the
annual meeting of the Cameroon Civic Service, This March 4th in Yaoundé, the capital item on the agenda was to evaluate work done, reviewing actions to consolidate and challenges to overcome. This stemming from the balance sheet of the previous year.
1,500 concretes, 800 volunteers in Pioneer Village, 35 missionary volunteers that are recruited in various institutions in order to help them to correct the absence of competence that we observe in these institutions.
With the depreciating values in the young people nowadays, the agency for this 2024 will be focusing on opening new training centers to train more youths.
First of all, to build 2 of our training centers, one in the north region in Langi, one in the east region at Laba.
And among the many activities for this year, the agency plans to multiply field actions to create more impact.
Female journalists of the Cameroon Association of English-Speaking Journalists Douala chapter have been schooled on how to relate entrepreneurship and their profession. This is part of activities to mark the 2024 edition of the International Women's Day. More on the story with our reporter Saleh Sharifa.
She is the CEO and founder of Ignite Your Life Leadership Consultant, corporate trainer, author, speaker and coach. She was speaking to female journalists on how to relate their profession and entrepreneurship. Emeldine King Joya is a native of the northwest region of Cameroon. She recounts her success story to these young female journalists.
I know that many women in the corporate sector have a lot of challenges trying to wiggle their ways to the top. I strongly encourage you to look around those meetings in the C-suite so that you too can come up to be a strong woman.
Elsewhere, Clarence Yongo, who began as journalist and now CEO of Griot TV channel, shares some tips in the profession and hammer on the dangers of propagating fake news. According to her, artificial intelligence eases the work but weakens the skills of journalists.
Our job, we have to be men. Women should be determined in what they are doing in order to show that they know and that they don't have to beg their place because they have their place.
Invest in women, accelerate progress to hook up to their mentors for a successful career.
Most oppressing environmental challenges, from battling climate change to disappearing species and land pollution. These ladies came out in a Douala 2 council area.
A melodic warm-up here at the May 20th on Saturday, March 2nd, as the police women joined others from different walks of life to partake in this sport work under the patronage of the Minister of Women Empowerment and the Family. A moment of relaxation and reflection for the uniformed ladies.
It's a campaign to sensitize the population to better fight public disorder.
The over 1,000 women on the more than 10 kilometers distance walked from the 20th May Avenue through Eliksono, Lonkak roundabout, Wada and back to the takeoff point. An occasion to galvanize the women towards self-development and nation building.
It is important for us to stay together, to constitute a force, so that we can look at the same direction and have the same objectives, so that we can contribute to the attainment of development goal number 5, get out of poverty, and we cannot get out of poverty if we are not looking at the same direction together.
It was equally an opportunity for the ladies from different sectors to extend their network of solidarity as they prepare to celebrate the 39th edition of the International Women's Day on March 8th.
beautiful moments there by the police. Women were engaged in sporting activities in build-up to the International Women's Day. And we talk about women in the Douala to municipality who engage in cleaning their environment to serve as example to other women activities to mark the International Women's Day. The women were around the Yupwe in the Douala to Council area. Let's watch. Arms with hoes, cutlasses, and other tools, the women choose the Yupwe area in Douala for an intensive two-day cleanup and hygiene restoration project. We have come to clean this area, which was abandoned. And as an association, Women United for Development, we choose to clean this area to prove to other women that women don't only have rights, they also have obligations as well. Their actions selflessly undertaken are entirely voluntary and humanitarian with no financial support from any source, they told our reporters. We carry out such initiative at least 3 times in a week. We observe that Douala 2 is filled with waste, reason why we are sensitizing and cleaning up at the same time, so citizens who pass around here copy the example. Notably, they emphasize their positive relationship with the Douala 2 Council area, which often provides support and compensation for their actions. We want a clean city. That's why we engage in this activity. Women should not be left at home. They should wake up and work. These tireless efforts are set to continue throughout the year, culminating in a significant contribution to the International Women's Day. On the 39th edition of the International Women's Day, we are calling on all women to clean their homes, clean the environment, so have a clean neighborhood, a clean municipality, and a clean country. The women, driven by a shared vision of a healthier planet, stand as an inspiring example of grassroots environmental activism, making waves in Douala 2 and beyond. Animal conflicts remain one of the greatest challenges faced by conservators in all the forests in the world, and so to ensure a perfect cohabitation, the Minister of Forestry and Wildlife was at the Lobeke and Bemba Beck protected areas to arrest the situation. More on the story with our reporter, Kejang Henry Atembe.
It was one of the rare field trips undertaken by the Minister of Forestry and Wildlife, Jules Dorendongo, to the Lobeke and Bombabek National Park of the southeast of Cameroon on February 23 and 24. Minister Jules Dorendongo met with the park managers, technical and financial partners, as well as indigenous backup people and local communities to appreciate and discuss conservation work and challenges.
We met local communities and indigenous people, and I share with them the importance, the role of conservation. With
competing habits between man and animals over natural resources leading to human-wildlife conflicts, it was imperative for the minister to draw a fine line for cohabitation.
First mission of government is to protect people and their goods. Then the second mission is to improve the living conditions of populations. So, taking this into account, we should not one day imagine that we will give priority to wildlife against our people.
The cohabitation that exists is thanks to the work done by technical and financial partners. The WWF is a technical and financial partner. We carry out operations to raise funds from international partners, but ensuring the disbursement of these funds to the national parks. We accompany the conservators in their different programs, how to carry out inventory, monitoring, sustainable control of the park, working with the communities. The Lobeke and Bombabek are 2 important protected areas in the Tri-National of Sanga and Tridome landscapes spanning Cameroon, Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, and Gabon.
Korean Afro-pop sensation Loco has taken the music industry by storm with his soulful voice and captivating performance.
Gemma Production and Hope Music Group. He sings, writes, produces, and plays instruments like piano and guitar. His singing career began when he was still a student in Government Bilingual Practicing High School, Yaoundé, in 2010. In the same year, he launched his YouTube account where he did lots of covers for popular artists, which projected him to the pinnacle of fame. The official release of his video clip was in 2014 with the song titled Perfect Girl featuring Numerica in the Big Dreams Entertainment. In 2015, he released his first solo song titled Margot. His extended play was released after Margot with songs like Ndutu, Sour Romance. To make you sour romance. He later on had a collaboration with Mr. Leo, Supporté, backing many awards. He appeared on a show, Coke Studio Africa, in 2017, alongside other renowned artists. In June 2018, he was part of the Universal Music African team. Same year, he released the album Bridge. Loco's musical videos also garnered millions of views in different streaming platforms. Loco has had several nominations over the years and has won many awards, including Best Vocal and Best Video Pop. His humility and dedication to his craft have earned him a loyal fan base that eagerly awaits each new release. This week is for women, and Loco is having an upcoming concert on March 8th.
An Afrobeat singer, Queen Nashtil, has launched her latest album titled Queendom, contents of 15 passion she is transmitting to the public as homage of African culture, the mother of humanity. Beatrice Ngamo completes that story for us.
Launching her second album titled Queendom during this International Women's Week, timely indeed. Queen Nashtil, as woman advocate, passes on this message.
A place no be only for kitchen. We not there for only born when I picking them. No matter all we do, we not treat us like inferior persons. Shout out to my baby papa and mama. We be part of you, assuming.
Queendom is queenly rule, power and authority. Songs that tell a story about women empowerment.
Woman, 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 woman,
Queendom is 15 history she recounts, 15 passion to transmit to the public at large. Big homage to African culture, the mother of humanity.
I am the mirror of the society, or I struggle to really be the mirror of the society, to pass out my own messages, to make people feel what I feel.
Her originality, blend of high life, reggae, makossa, and Afrobeat. This comes to add to other singles such as Rebirth, I Don't Die, Country Things, and Come In a Say. Her new hit was launched during the weekend via a press conference in Yaoundé.
Of the primetime newscast in the English language on Canal International. Thanks so much for watching. Birds, I'll be back again tomorrow at same time for another edition, but I invite you to stay in the company of our programs. Good night.